What's up, you guys? Anjola the Tree Queen here, and welcome back to my channel. Now, I really hope once again that during all these critical, horrible times, you guys and you guys' family are staying safe. And if not, I send all my positive, good vibes towards you in the hopes that everything will get better. Now, let's move on to today's subject. And now, of course, as you guys know, I have been taking little strays from the normal path of science and geography that I would normally talk about, just because some topics just need to be talked about and need to be discussed in the hopes that we stay safe and we know all the things necessary to keep our bodies nice and healthy during these times. But we're going to be straying back to our normal path of geography and science. So today I will be talking about the human digestive system, which I'm sure, as most of my viewers here are already students, you probably know all about this, but I just wanted to give a quick recap in case there are some stuff you didn't know, because if you look into it, the human digestive system can actually be very, very interesting, and it can tell you some very interesting things that you never knew that your body could do. Now let's move on to the basics. As we all know, when we are eating our food, it needs to be broken down into substances that our body can actually use. Those vitamins and minerals I was talking about back in the other video, and all those foods that contain them. When we swallow and we digest our food, it doesn't just go into our bodies and give us the healthy body and teeth and all of that we need. It goes through a process to make sure that everything goes to where it needs to go correctly and smoothly. So digestion and the digestive system actually starts through the mouth, as you all know, and it ends at your anus, which I'm pretty sure all of you already know what that means, and if not, So then these are all the different parts that take part in the whole gigantic digestive system. And when you think about it, you think it just takes 3 seconds to digest your food, but it takes up to 10 minutes. That's a scientific fact. It can take up to 10 minutes for the whole digestive system to get working and for all those different nutrients in your body to get to the places it needs to go. So the different types of places in your body that take part in the whole digestive system process are your mouth, which is of course what you use to chew your food. There's your esophagus, which is where your food goes down through. There's your salivary glands, which is where your saliva comes in. There's your liver, there's your gallbladder, there's your stomach, there's your small intestine, there's your large intestine, there's your appendix, which is actually, fun fact, not very necessary to have in your body. A lot of people who have problems with their whole digestive system can actually get the appendix removed very, very easily. So that's a fun fact for you guys. There's your large intestine, there's your rectum, and then there's your anus. So that is all of the parts of the digestive system that you should know about. And as you know, after we swallow our food, it passes through our bodies in a specific order with specific different types of organs. So there's your esophagus that goes first, then through your stomach, then your small intestine, your large intestine, then of course your anus. So those are all the different little stages, but actually quite main stages, that digestion has to go through to make sure that everything is running and going smoothly. So the stages of digestion, which is basically the different things that your body and your food has to go through to make sure that, once again, everything is running smoothly and everything goes to where it needs to go. So obviously, I'm just going to be talking about the main things that you probably already know that your food has to go through, the process it has to go through your body. Now, there's your food at first is digested through your mouth, stomach, and small intestine. The digestive food is absorbed into the bloodstream in the small intestine. Excess water is absorbed back into the body in the large intestine. Any undigested food passes out of the anus as feces, or what you guys know as poo, and we get rid of that when we go to the toilet, which is something you guys should know. Now, of course, there is digestion and enzymes, and this is kind of the more scientific, less understandable breakdown of what happens when we go through digestion and how enzymes, what they are and how it plays a big part in digestion. So, of course, our teeth break down into small pieces, our food into small pieces when we chew. This is only the start of the process of digestion, as you all probably know. And for some chewed pieces, it can sometimes be too large to be absorbed into the body. Food has to go down chemically into small particles before it can be absorbed. Enzymes are biological catalysts, which is a big word for you guys down there. And that is basically the food that is digested and that is broken down into little particles if they're too big to be digested into the body. And they are needed to make sure that everything is happening quickly, so that if, for example, if we're eating a big piece of chicken or a big piece of turkey and it's too big to go down your digestive system, then it would break down into little enzymes to make sure it goes down your esophagus smoothly. Now, enzymes are not actually living things. They are just special proteins that can break down large molecules into small molecules. Different types of enzymes can break down different nutrients. Now, there is amylase and other carbohydrates, enzymes that break down starch into sugar. Now, you guys know that starch can be found in many different types of food like rice and pasta. And sometimes if we do not get all of the starch out, things like amylase and carbohydrates can make sure that all of that is broken down and it doesn't affect our bodies in any bad way. Now, there's protease enzymes that break down proteins into amino acids, which are very, very healthy for your body, because not that protein isn't healthy, but it cannot just be absorbed into the body automatically. So that is how that works. Then there's lipase enzymes that break down lipids, which is basically fats and oils, into fatty acids and glycerol. So those are very important parts for your body. Then there's carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are digested in the mouth, stomach, and small intestines. Carbohydrate enzymes break down starch into sugars, as you guys know. But the saliva in your mouth, which contains amylase, which is another starch digesting enzyme, if you chew a piece of bread for long enough, the starch is contained into digested sugar and it begins to taste sweet, which is how when you chew bread for long enough, it begins to taste sweet, which is a thing that I always love, which is why, a little strange fact about me, I always loved eating bare bread with nothing on it, and I always wondered how it tasted so sweet when I watched the process of how bread is made. There's not actually that much sugar in it in the initial process. So that is something that I learned too, which is something that you guys are learning now, which is a very interesting fact. So that's everything about carbohydrates. And then there's proteins. Proteins are digested in the stomach and small intestine. Protease enzymes break down proteins into amino acids, as you guys know. And digestion of proteins in the stomach is helped by stomach acid, which is strong hyaluronic acid. This is also kills harmful microorganisms that might be in your food, and all those microorganisms are actually very unhealthy for you. They can burn the inside of your stomach out, and it can cause things like heart disease and heartburn, which can be very, very painful, but that is everything that you need to know about that. Then, of course, there's lipids, fats and oils. Lipid enzymes break down into fatty acids and glycerol, which is very, very important for their digestion in your body. Digestion of fat in the small intestine is helped by bile made in the liver. Bile breaks the fat into small droplets that are easier for lipase enzymes to work in, and bile is not actually an enzyme. It is just a type of protein that helps your body run smoothly and all of that. Now, substances that are not digested, minerals, vitamins, and water are already small enough to be absorbed into the body without being broken down, so they are not digested. Digestive enzymes can break down into dietary fiber, which is why the body cannot absorb it. And as you guys already know, that all the bad things, go out through your you know what. So that is some pretty interesting facts about the human body. And of course, if you guys have any questions, just comment down below and I will be glad to answer any of your questions. That's all from me. Please like and subscribe and turn on the notification button whenever you want to receive notifications when I post new videos. Anjola the Tree Queen here, out.